Cornwall's Lost Gardens of Heligan allows its thousands of visitors every year to lose themselves not only in its 200 plus acres of stunning Cornish terrain, but also to lose themselves in horticultural nostalgia and romanticism. Once a thriving, near self-sufficient estate owned by several generations of the Tremaine family, the First World War saw the start of Heligan's demise, when 9 of its 13-strong team of gardeners were killed in the trenches. Decades of extreme neglect and overgrowth later, the gardens were almost lost for good, until a descendant of the Tremaine family, John Willis, introduced trained archaeologist Tim Smith to the estate in 1990, and the dream to restore the gardens to their former glory began. Heligan now boasts of a vast array of flower and vegetable patches, an authentic Victorian English wall garden, a rather romantic Italian garden, a home farm where the chickens clearly rule the roost, scaredy goats, enchanting woodlands occupied by the Giant's Head and sleepy mud maid, and the jungle, a wild area of land filled with huge subtropical tree ferns and plants that can make one feel like a member of the Borrowers, or maybe even Indiana Jones, with its centrepiece Burma rope bridge, which is not so easy to walk across as Harrison Ford made it look. Greatly inspired by the Heligan project, now Sir Tim Smith moved on a few years later to create the world-famous Eden Project, found just 10 miles away from Heligan in a disused Cornish clay pit. Where Heligan looks back at a golden botanical era that was almost lost for good, Eden looks forward into the future of environments that could be lost forever if we don't act now to protect them. One of the 2 huge beehive-looking enclosures on the site houses not huge bees, but thousands of tropical plants, creating to date the world's largest rainforest in captivity. Visitors can wander around and go up into the biome's treetops. Oh, that looks familiar. And explore the biodiversity and climate of a rainforest firsthand, whilst getting a thorough steam clean for free. Elsewhere, stories of those who live and make a living from the rainforest are recreated, exploring the search for the balance to grow crops and meet people's needs, whilst conserving and respecting the rainforest to keep us all alive for generations to come. When the humidity becomes too much, visitors can cross over into the Mediterranean biome and enjoy a cup of tea in contrasting arid conditions. Here the plants have to be tough to thrive in drought-like conditions, but like the rainforests, their environments are also fragile and threatened. The presence of the great bronze bull of Dionysus here, the god of fertility, wine and ecstasy, reminds visitors once again of the fine balance between enjoying the fruits of the land whilst taking care of the land to continue to produce the fruits in the first place. Speaking of fruits, I rather like the fact that Eden's car parks were all named after an array of fruits, with an understandable adversity to apples, going by what happened in that other place named Eden.